Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, I just have for you guys a slight little update on the crypto markets. There's a couple of interesting things that have come out that I think you guys need to hear, so stay tuned. First of all, we got some very juicy news on Vechain. The Vechain Foundation is proud to pioneer cutting-edge blockchain applications. In our strategic alliance with Supply ME Capital, we're building a new kind of inventory monetization system uniting NFT technology, stablecoins, and Web3. So here's exactly how it works. Today we're unveiling a new initiative following the signing of a strategic alliance between Supply ME and of course Vechain, the fintech company behind the unique inventory monetization platform. The outcome will be a first-of-a-kind Web3 inventory monetization system that utilizes blockchain, stablecoin, and NFT technology to help creditworthy businesses raise value from their inventories and provide companies with entirely new kinds of economic services. Phase 1 of the collaboration is already underway, with initial results due by the end of July of next month, and the goal is to develop a proof-of-concept platform able to generate and deliver a blockchain transaction to an Italian company from SYME's client portfolio via the Vechain Tor public blockchain. Following analysis and review of Phase 1, the project will move to Phase 2 and the development of a full inventory monetization platform due by December of 2022, complete with a full roadmap of Web3 features including the issuance of non-fungible tokens, NFT, and that will represent digital ownership of physical items, B2B marketplaces, decentralized financial applications, and an overall governance protocol. The platform promises to unlock brand new capabilities for manufacturing and trading companies. During the second phase, the Vechain Tor public blockchain will be utilized to mint the physical and digital NFTs with inventory monetization transactions funded by multiple liquidity providers, including crypto asset management and managers and retail investors, exploring an enhanced commercial non-credit financing model. The overarching aim of the collaboration is to create an entirely new kind of fintech platform for use by manufacturing and trading companies looking to generate cash flow via a non-credit approach and without incurring debt. The outcome is the creation of a highly unique and novel solution for creditworthy companies to optimize inventory management and improve cash flow. So that is surely nice to see from Vechain's side. We've already talked before about how they're going for some massive adoption initiatives, and they're still continuing to grow. I mean, we already know Vechain is by far one of the blockchain companies, or let's say just companies as a whole, with the best partnerships around, but also it's one of those cryptos where you can literally see the utility right in front of you. You can literally see them building out these bridges and utilizing them and actually deploying them onto the real world. And so it's kind of funny that even a partnership as huge as this one doesn't really surprise them anymore, because it's just one in the incredible layer of partnerships that they already have, and it's just one of the many solutions that they're now also offering. So that is huge, this new idea, initiative, project, whatever you want to call it. But of course, there's multiple crypto projects out there that are doing good. Here's a little update for you guys over on Ripple, and there's actually a spider walking onto me. After getting rid of the spider, we're excited to partner with Lotus Cars to help bring automotive NFTs to the XRP ledger. When I read this, I was like, what in the world is this? So apparently, Lotus Cars came out 2 weeks ago, saying we're launching NFTs. We've partnered with industry expert NFT Pro and Ripple to create an exclusive community of automotive enthusiasts, collectors, and crypto fans. And I didn't notice. And that's one of the fun things about the crypto space. Very often these partnerships are already there, but we just have not found them yet. And that's, again, one of the fun things about this, right? It is only at the point that Ripple shared it that we are noticing about this. And that is why in the XRP community, there are so many researchers. Every day I get a couple DMs from people as well trying to hint some information that's potentially known for years, but not really public, so to speak. And this is a really core example of it. It could have been that they got this partnership and everything dealed months and months before. But only one Twitter guy actually found it, and it didn't get some attention, which is why I try to share as many stories as I possibly can whenever you guys send them to me. I, of course, try to give you guys credit, but very often there's a lot of people sending me the same info, which I've already covered at some point in the past, because again, I've been making these crypto videos for so ridiculously many years that a lot of the info which has been sent to me has been covered at some point or another in the past. Because back at that point, sometimes I was taking 6, 7, 8 hours a day just researching crypto, trivia, or like just a lot of the partnerships that are not publicized, sort of. So you just go scroll through all these old documents, all these reports from companies, For what, kind of? It's just for a slight hint of, I guess, dopamine when you find out that one of the cryptos that you know and love is involved in something so much bigger that they haven't really publicly announced just quite yet. When you're finding those specific hints and partnerships, that's just something I like. But at the end of the day, I also know that even if we right now found one crazy connection from Ripple to some crazy ass companies, the lawsuit is still over lingering, which is the majority of the price action involved with it. So even if you find some crazy partnership, most likely the price will not move that far, but it's always worth searching, I find, right? I still enjoy it. But I'm spending a lot less time on it now. A couple of the pieces of news we got. Cardano team commences countdown for the Vechain network upgrade. Yeah, nothing too special just quite here. Saw a couple of people go really heavy about this over on Twitter, but all it is that they're really close to it now. And again, commenting a countdown. That's a strange way to say it. For the upgrade mainnet, or the mainnet upgrade is up now. As again, the update proposal for the hard fork for testnet has been put up. Yeah, they're making steps, I guess. They're making steps. So let's give them a little. Let's give them a little 2 claps for that, a little credit. All right, and moving on, forget June's crypto crash. This is the event to watch in digital assets this year. Well, you might look at these events like the merge, for example, for Ethereum or anything of that nature. But honestly, the most important event for crypto to watch, if you really are wondering where the price is going to go or whether or not you should buy or sell, is either moving averages for whether or not you should buy. That's honestly my personal recommendation, not your financial advice. This is my own thoughts. But I think the moving average and a couple of things in that nature are showcasing you whether or not you're getting a relatively cheap price in, for example, the last 200 weeks, relatively. And right now it's showcasing right now is a good time to buy for most cryptos. But if you're wondering what's going to make things crash or so, it is most likely either going to be some crazy regulation in the US that's going to be just mind-boggling, some crazy regulation in Europe, but we have a little bit more tolerance for Europe. The US is like the one that everybody's watching for. We have some very strange fraud or crack. For example, if quantum computing comes on hot, or one country decides to spend $1 trillion on cracking down Bitcoin in terms of taking over all the mining power and trying to take it down, for example. I guess there's also the case for manipulation, but it mostly comes down to the stock market. If the stock market moves down like crazy and we get into this recession that we have all been talking about for a little bit, there's a very good chance that crypto will fall with it too. It's just logic. Even though in essence, people buy crypto purely for the sake of it going up, in essence, it is supposed to be the counter against inflation. People are just not realizing that quite yet, or they're not buying it for the right purposes. And same spider is feeling me again. I can't remember the last time I got a spider on me. What is this coincidence? But yeah, I guess there's also this counter argument to it all that the moment that stocks actually do not go into a recession this year, it's going to be a really positive effect for crypto. As obviously we don't know when the recession is going to start. It could be that it's taken another 6 months. It could be that we're already very much into the recession. There's some very juicy argumentation for both. All I know is that this crypto stuff that people often ask me, do you still believe in it? Do you think we're going to crash forever? Do you think it's going to recover? And I always say, like, what? Of course it's going to recover. So I guess I'm spending like the majority of my life on it. But Bank of America says crypto winter concerns haven't frozen investors' interest. We covered this earlier, but I want you guys to think of 2 things. One, Ripple/Bank of America. Let's sit that in. Let that sink in for a little second, all right? The fact that they're so well connected in the same office, I think, even in San Francisco. I'm not sure about that, but I believe so. I believe they're very close or even in the same freaking building over there in San Francisco. But more importantly, and I think that's really, really key to everybody, they're changing their mind, all right? All these banks do. Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, all of them change their mind. Sometimes they're bullish, sometimes they're bearish on crypto. But they're all investing heavily into it. And you can understand, they may speak one thing but do another, which mostly has to do with the fact that, well, you don't really shit where you eat, right? Right? Unless you really, really want to get a heavy discount from the restaurant. If you all of a sudden find a turd mixed within all the food, a lot of people might leave and all the prices might go down. But you knew exactly that all that food was properly covered, and so nothing really happened to it. It's only the perception of the people. Well, that's a pretty good deal then, because you're basically getting the food for very cheap that you know will become worth a lot more once people start to realize it again. And all you had to do was give people the perception that it was really bad for a little bit. Or from another perspective, if you said you shit in there, people are like, oh no, I don't want to eat that anymore. While you're just like eating all the food yourself, like, what? But hopefully you guys get the idea. All right, enough poop talk. Guys, as I said, I'm working on my giveaway. Thinking of doing $10,000. Not sure exactly how to structure it, but I'm looking into that tomorrow. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you check out Bybit. There's a couple thousand worth of bonuses that you can get for just trading, signing up and trading. Make sure you check it out. There's also the big WSOT competition going on right now. And this is very important. If you're on there, make sure you check out Open Blocks. I'm going to buy into it. It's launching tomorrow or the day afterwards. It's launching tomorrow. Check it out. It's always worth it, because if you don't check it out, you're missing out on an easy opportunity. It's such an easy amount of money you can make. Oh, it's actually launching tomorrow, yeah. The 30th, obviously, because it's already past 12. And in regards to the prices, still over on our critical support we have broken down and we've not bounced back yet. There's actually another chart though which I wanted to show you guys, and I did not draw in the support right here on this chart here. We had our breakdown, which I talked about before. The breakdown, however, is perfectly supported by our previous support as well, over at 20.16K on Bitcoin, which has been interesting to observe. I think there's actually a couple of scenarios where we see a bullish swing in the short term. Most places are looking bearish though. But as I said before, guys, whenever we break down below 20,000, I open up a short all the way towards 19.1 or something of the sort. And if you're talking about the long term, I still honestly think it's a good idea to buy, mostly based upon moving averages. The fact that we right now relatively are at some prices which we've only seen for 3% of the entire duration of crypto's existence. Relatively, it's a good idea to buy these points, even though you might overbuy if we get into a crazy recession. You might be overpaying, I mean. It is still worth that risk if you ask me. But that was it for today's video. Make sure you press that like button if you want to help me out. And I'm really trying to change these videos up a little bit. I'm doing more of really exactly what I like to cover, less so than what I think would do well in a video. And I would greatly appreciate it if you guys press that little button. Adios.